Alright, hello, my name's Ned, and this is episode 9 of a series I call Put Me in Coaching. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about a theme that keeps reoccurring. And again, I'm going to be talking about TSM. Uh, Sorry if any of you are tired of hearing about it. I think it'd be hard to try to convince people at this point that I'm not a fan of them, but I do talk about them a lot, so that essentially, I guess, makes me a fan. But if they do end up playing Cloud9 or CLG, I will root for either Cloud9 or CLG over them. I guess that's a little bit off topic anyway. So, the reoccurring theme I'm going to talk about is Reginald's involvement in trying to coach the team, which comes up time and time again, especially when they're not doing well, but apparently when they're doing well as well. Because I watched the most recent TSM Legends video, and I noticed something that happened. Reginald was in almost every single fucking clip. He was always there. He was always trying to take on the coaching role, which isn't his job anymore. His job right now is to be the owner. Now, what I seem to be noticing is a correlation of the team not doing very well when Reginald comes in and tries to be the coach. And that doesn't necessarily, like, when you take a class in statistics or something, you'll hear oftentimes that correlation is not causation. So just because Reginald comes in and is the coach, uh, it doesn't mean that he's the reason they're losing these games. He's the reason that TSM didn't make it out of group stages this year, even though they looked so strong prior. But as Jat would say, it's a worrying trend that whenever Reginald comes in and tries to coach the team, they don't win important games. So there's a lot of reasons why this could be happening, and this is all just speculation based on the correlation that I've been presented with. But first, I want to sort of criticize somebody who I've been very appraising of, and that's Weldon, because it's Weldon's job to basically tell Reginald, in a nice way, of course, to fuck off and go be the owner, not the coach. Because there were times in the TSM Legends videos where Reginald would come in and he'd have some advice for the team, or he'd have something to say, like positive thing to say, and then so Weldon would be like, okay, well, you say the positive stuff and I'll say the negative stuff, and he's divvying up these responsibilities that usually were all on his shoulders or maybe a little bit on Parth's shoulders, although Parth was mostly the analytical side, the pick band, the strategist of the group. And so Reginald comes in and he gives in these clips he does things that are not wrong. He says the right things, but there could be factors that are playing in just besides the things he said. Well, first of all, TSM Legends shows what they want. It's a TSM produced show, so they're going to show Reginald doing all the best things. He's the owner of the brand, of course, so he wouldn't want to make himself look bad. And he didn't. In fact, he looked fine in this video. He said the right things. He wasn't abrasive to his players. He didn't psych them out too much. But I think merely by being there, it could be a negative factor influencing the minds of the players. It could be adding more pressure. It could be like that. If you don't play well, I'm going to fire you. Even if he doesn't say anything like that, the idea of your ultimate boss, the head honcho of your organization, coming in and being there and imposing his presence on you while you're trying to practice for your games and while you're trying to win games, it could be a negative imposing factor. Also, like I said earlier, we don't see all the stuff that maybe he says incorrectly, because it seems like he was spending all of his time with the uh, with the team. Like he wasn't ever doing other things. He wasn't going to fucking eat at restaurants in San Francisco with Lena. He was 100% devoted to the team, and a lot of people will say, well, that's a good thing. An owner should be devoted to their team, but the owner is different than the coach, and that's the key distinction I want to make. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video yet, but it's going to be something to do probably with an owner being different than a coach, because as an owner, it's okay to make caveats into your team. It should be a big important thing when the owner comes in. Oh man, the big boss man's coming in, and he's going to give us like a little pep talk or something, right? But when you're trying to assume the role of coach, you hired somebody specifically to do that. You hired Weldon, and like I said earlier, it's Weldon's responsibility to say, "Hey, this is what you pay me for. Let me do my job." I think I've been having a lot of success recently, and I think you should just let me take over from here, or keep doing what I've been doing, because it works. Why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And previously they had brought in Reginald as this band-aid fix, and they had told him that like they'd had him come in when Loco wasn't up to par, and when the team really needed a strong, ironclad leader who had a lot of authority, because he's ultimately in control of all their jobs. But now you have Weldon, who's been doing an amazing job of keeping the team both motivated and practicing hard and playing well and performing. And then when Reginald comes in, it seems like it might have thrown a wrench into things. And now this is all speculation. It could have had nothing to do with Reginald, but I'm just saying it's kind of odd, or it's worth taking note of, that whenever he comes in and tries to play an important role in the team, that it doesn't go well. And this isn't criticizing Reginald. In fact, he's built the most successful brand in League of Legends, so he has merits and skills that are worth noting. He's a great owner of a team, but what he's not is a great coach. And so I think that he needs to understand that as a person, and he needs to be able to step back from the coaching role and hand the reins over to somebody who's more qualified, who went to school for it, who has years of experience. So this is just a short video. I'm going to leave it off here. Thanks for watching.